Just a quick video, hopefully you can see me. Got some wheels, this is for the project Micro Mini. Let's have a look at them. I'll get it off the stand, might as well come and have a closer look. Got these wheels off eBay, was it eBay? Yeah. Minilites, there's 4 of them. They came with some horrible tyres on, which were ancient, and I had to end up cutting them off because they were stuck to the rim and they were just totally inflexible. Yeah, so they were a right pain. What size are they? Let's have a look. They're really wide. They're over 7 inches, 7¼ inches. They're massive. But yeah, they were in a right bad condition when I bought them. I think they've been sitting in a damp shed or something, and all the powder coating was coming off. It was coming off in sheets. It got a bit powdery in places, the aluminium. The damp had got to them. There was a couple of little dings on them. But I've done a bit of a reconditioning job by hand, using all the traditional stupid tools, little wire brushes and scrapers and sandpaper and Abranet. All those products I tend to use to clear everything else up. Could have had them shot blasted, but I'm too tight to do that. So those 4 now are going to be epoxy primed, 2K paint, and then they're going to be painted a bit of a jazzy colour. So we're going to use 2 of these on the back because I want to run archless on this Mini. So yeah, these wide ones are going to be on the back. They're going to stick out far too much on the front to go archless. So I managed to pick up from Bingley Hall beginning of the year these. I think these are about, let's have a measure of them. Let's have a measure. These are nowhere near 7 inches. They're about 5, nearly 5½ inches. Should still fit a 165 tyre, but the offset, when you compare those 2 offsets together, they're going to be totally different. So I've got 2 of them, and I've just been checking they are for a Mini, so I've fitted them on my blue Mini just to check they fit. But whilst doing all this, I had myself a bit of a bolt experience, because not all bolts are the same. We've got quite a big hole in there, so I've had to get a couple of bigger covers for the middle, and these holes here are freaking huge. They're about twice the diameter of the wheel studs on the hub. They're nothing like these ones in here on these wheels. You can't see them there, but yeah, they're totally different. Those ones have got steel bushes in the bottom. So there are different types of bolts. We've got these bolts which have got like a 60° chamfer on the bottom, and they're great for holes with a 60° chamfer on the bottom. So those go in there, and those fit quite nicely on these Minilites, if I could ever get it out again. So yeah, but these are obviously no good for that, because that's like about a 30° chamfer on there, and the hole is huge. They're probably no good for these steel wheels either. They don't kind of nestle in there, so They're only good, 60 degrees are only good for a matching chamfer on the wheel. These traditional rounded bottom nuts are okay for these steelies here, because that's like a bit of a rounded shape on these steelies, and they sit quite nice on there. But those ones I had to buy some special wheel bolts, and they arrived today in this bag. They're 2-part. You get a 30-degree chamfered washer, and then you get this sleeved nut. So that fits in there like that, and then that bit that protrudes at the bottom fits into that hole to fill it up, and the 30-degree chamfered washer sits on the 30-degree surface in that little hole. And these are wolf race, or designed for wolf race wheels. Don't know whether these are wolf race wheels or not, but so that fits in there, and as you can see on that one, absolutely cranks that wheel up nice and flush. Loads of contact area on the washer and on the wheel. Job's a good one. Yep. So that's the difference in wheel nuts. There could be more types of wheel nuts, who knows, but I'm only just learning about it. I've found 3 types already without even trying. So these 4 wheels are going to get hung up and painted. I've been doing a bit of work in the workshop. It's going to be hard for me to take you in because these cameras start rolling around. But I've put my washing lines back up in here, one there and one there, so I can start hanging stuff on there. And I'll show you that in a minute. Try and get some footage of these wheels hanging up and me painting them. But I've also bought myself a new present, and I'll show you what that present is. It's not quite Christmas yet, but I'll show you what it is in a mo.